following podcast contains adult language and possibly sexual conversation that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. I guess that means anyone who likes ice cream, it's bedtime. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests do not necessarily reflect those of the podcast or its affiliates. The content discussed is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as professional advice. These are professional retards, not psychiatrists for your fucked up sensibility or mental illness. Please consult a qualified expert for any specific concerns or questions. Thank you for listening, and if you are one of my precious little snowflakes, go get some minty chip and some of that good-smelling kids' shampoo. We aren't wanted here with these men.
No.
Boys.
There we are. Oh my God, there's two of everyone. Okay.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I fixed it. I'm not a retard, I promise. Boys,
that's a lie.
How have you been? We have Overt back on with us. How have you been, brother? You've been going on a world fucking tour. It's fucking insane.
Bro, it's been great. Everything's been beautiful, man. I have just been doing this whole boxing misfit stuff. Brand placement. Exactly. Everything's been amazing, man. I literally have been barely home for the past few months. I think that I've been traveling like 3 weeks out of the month every month. It's been crazy.
Holy shit. Wow.
We've been trying to get this podcast to happen for like a month now. We were trying to do before Wings, like right after you were there.
I was trying to happen. It's just been so busy, bro. It's just been so crazy. I wanted to get on before, but the schedule's been insane. Even like when I was in London helping set up the whole event, it was 3 hours of sleep every night for a week.
Fuck, man.
And then just like meetings all day long and trying to corral all the fighters to get everything done that they needed to get done. You know, it was really truly it was work, bro. It was work.
No, you guys absolutely fucking killed it. Honestly, it was great to see the shit that you guys put together. You absolutely fantastic.
It was wild. It was so much more entertaining than I honestly even expected it all to be. So good.
By far one of the best cards that I've seen in a very long time.
Dude, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful event. I think that what was so cool to me was kind of the meshing of worlds, right? So when you see the younger audience, they're all so excited to see, Soul Poppy fight or KSI fight or Deji, or all these boys, right? But for the guys who were fighting, like guys like Deji or me or KSI or Keemstar, for all of us, the main event, like even KSI came out and said his favorite fight of the night was going to be Wings versus Boogie.
Of course.
Those are OGs, Those are the guys that have been around for so long. Like those guys inspired all of us. So to have them out fighting as the main event of the Happy Punch part of the event was just, it was awesome. It was super awesome.
No, and I'm sure those numbers made you just tickle. Hearing those concurrent numbers were fucking insane.
Bro, and if you look like at the Wings versus Boogie, like not the fight that they posted to the zone because they took a couple days to post it or whatever. So that probably has 150,000 views. But all the clips and the people who reposted, like the Wings 007 channel has 350,000 views. The DAZN channel.
The Clips channel already has that on the video? No fucking way,
bro.
I love Wings 007. That YouTube channel. Oh my God, that dude's fucking insane.
I saw a TikTok video that had like 8 million views of just the Wings versus Boogie fight. Like it was just the whole fight on there with 8 million views
already. That's insane.
So you got to think that if that was one video, right? You got to think that this might already have over 100 million views easily, And we broke a world record as well as the heaviest boxing match of all time.
No, not
wait, fuck off. Was that actually? Yes, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
no way. Are you serious?
Guinness World Book of Records.
Oh my fucking God.
No, it was so fucking crazy. And that fight was actually thoroughly entertaining.
Dude, is it just me or does Wings have a future in this boxing influencer space, right?
Oops, muted. I can see him laying out people a lot fucking smaller than Boogie, honestly. Like,
bro,
I want to see him fight more. I do.
He took all the aggression built up over the years of Call of Duty trolling and took it into the ring.
So, do you feel that if you didn't do weight classes and you had somebody like 6'6", 200 pounds fighting Wings, does Wings have a chance? Is there parity in that?
I think that it depends on the person, obviously. You know, if you got somebody who's big but athletic, I think that they're gonna beat wings just based off
because
of, like,
of cardio and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, I think that. But if you take another guy who's, you know, who's not in the greatest shape, who's new to boxing, I think that Wings, anybody who's in his weight class, anybody that you can think of that is like built like Wings, I think Wings dominates a lot of people. Like, we're looking at, I don't know, I'm thinking of names, and forgive me, guys, if I say your name and we're friends or whatever, but I'm thinking of names, bro. Like, if we got freaking Rich from Review Tech, if we got
I've heard it.
Kid Behind a Camera, if we've got Nick Avocado, if we got guys built like that fight Wings, I think Wings wins all those fights, bro.
That's why I put up the fucking tweet that I put up, and I was tagging everybody. I was like, let's push this, because him versus Blade. Him versus Blade would be such a good fight, and touch on that same exact thing that fucking Boogie did.
The OG fan base there too. I definitely think that
especially with Keem being able to back Blade too from before, and knowing that they were boys, he would be able to be like, Blade, come on, let's get you.
People must have already tried to get this on the go, right?
Like, I seen Blade talking about it too. I seen Blade talking about it.
Really? Oh, fuck yeah. Man,
if they could,
like, any dude anywhere near that weight class, they're gonna have to be able to take a fucking punch and a half, regardless of who they're fighting. Because, like, that's fucking 80 pounds of arm coming at you, dude. Like, that's gonna fuck anyone up.
So
that's just wild.
On TikTok, the Wings versus Boogie. I think this is the hashtag. I'm never on I'm never on desktop when I look at this, but it says it has 200 million views.
The fuck?
Holy fuck, man. Dude, that's gonna crack 1 billion.
Oh, yeah, that's what I think. That's what I
fucking insane.
So going into this fight, did you know that Wings wins this fight? Obviously, you were fucking around with both of them and kind of working on the dock and everything else. Did you expect Wings to win 90% of the time like everybody else did, or did you feel different?
No, I expected Wings to win. Wings is like, he's the first Call of Duty YouTuber I ever watched, right? So I like Boogie as well, but like, without Wings, I wouldn't even maybe be in the position that I am in, because he was the first guy that ever, got me interested in YouTube or making Call of Duty content or whatever. So I was already writing for him, obviously. And then we go to Wings' house, and just watching him move for a 400-pound man, seeing how he moved, not even just in the boxing sense, like not even him just hitting the bag or whatever, but seeing how he just moved around, and his like he did this. Hold on, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna take this off as well. So if you don't know, typically most 400-pound people don't do this. Like, he came up to me and he was like, "Oh yeah," and he was hitting the bag, and he's punching the bag, and then he's like, "Yeah, I think that if I go in this way and I do this, we should be good." And he like went like this and like just started talking to me from here, like in a crouch position.
Just didn't expect him to be anywhere near that flexible or limber
out or whatever. And then he gets back up and just like walks away. I don't know if you know people who are 400 pounds, but I've never met a person 400 pounds who just can nimbly and agilely squat down like that and get back up like no problem.
Literally used the word nimble when you had your headphones off. Yes, like, you don't expect someone like that to be that fucking flexible.
It was and he was just talking to me like super casual and just did that. I was like, something's going. He's like athletic. Like, I don't know
there's definitely people in worse shape at his weight, for fucking sure. Man.
Exactly.
Yes.
The clip that fucked me up the most, and I think it was a stream probably like a couple days before, he did like a vertical split, kicking a balloon or something. And I was like, what the fuck? Just like he put his hand on his chair. So I'm not saying he wasn't supported. It wasn't all on one leg.
Right.
But still, to be that flexible enough to do that, yeah.
I would have a hard time.
I'm gonna grab a G Fuel real quick over here, brand placement. But also I'm gonna do the same thing that I just did again, so that you can because I think you walked to the door when I did this. So when I was at Wings and we were punching the bag, he punched the bag for a little bit, boom, 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 and then he's talking to me. He's like, "I think that if I do this and I do this, I should be able to win." And then as we're talking, he goes like this.
Just drops to a spot.
I think that I can tire him out, blah, 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 blah. And then he gets up and like just walks away. I'm like, I don't know any 400-pound person that is so nimble that can just do this and then get up and like walk around or whatever. I was like, what's going on here? He's agile.
Most people that are that big, and I know you can't hear me, struggle with even not having help getting up off of a chair, off of a
Yeah, from
fucking
sitting
bed.
for a while, out of
Like,
bed, exactly.
They have that problem of not being able to get up without having the help.
Right.
Him being able to do that and push the weight up shows how much different he genuinely is in that, even in that weight class. Because there are some people that are 400 pounds, and it's weird to say that number accurately and know the exact number, be able to get up off a chair, and then 80% of them can't move out of bed.
Yeah. Yeah, so to me, even more impressive than him moving when he was boxing was how he was moving around just in general. Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, like Boogie does not have a not even just Boogie, but most people in general that were 400 pounds going in a fight. I was like, dude, he clears a lot of these guys just based off of seeing how he moved around, like in general. Like he wasn't like disabled by his weight, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's a weird thing. And I think the weird thing moving forward is you look at a lot of those situations, it's a cheat code in the can.
I was going to say, what's you cracking open there? Yeah.
Looks like Blue Bomber. Looks like Blue Bomber, yeah.
I got a fresh cup of the acai powder. I've been hard on the powder. Yeah, that is Blue Bomber. Nice, that one's good.
Called it.
Very
Shit's
good, very good.
I got your favorite right here in this Pirates cup. It got some clickbait.
Classic.
I honestly, I might need to buy a tub of clickbait, honestly, because like I don't want to ask them for even more.
The clickbait is so good, actually.
Oh, I fucking love the powder of that shit.
It tastes like a pixie stick. That one specifically.
It was just like fruit punch, but like better than any fruit punch I'd ever tasted in my life. Like shit's fire.
No, it's fucking good.
It's Party Punch though. Party Punch. Have you tried that? The newer fruity cereal kind of flavor.
No, I don't think so.
Just got a tub of that powder. So weird. It's so spot on. This is probably going to sound disgusting to some people, but it's like just like the, I don't know, generic fruity cereal kind of Fruit Loop flavor. But like a day into drinking that shit, I realized it tastes just like a lot of cereal flavored vape juices. And I haven't vaped since like 2018, but I used to love those flavors. And oh man, like that shit's hitting. It's good.
I don't vape, but I do like fruity cereal.
Yeah, I fucking like both.
Fucking hell, though. I was so surprised with Wings. I was so proud of him for actually going and doing it and just kind of completing those things. How was it watching Keemstar get hit in the mitts as after he was swinging and punching the bag?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Keemstar in the video getting punched in the mitts.
Oh, yeah. It was crazy when Keemstar was getting punched when he was doing some mitt work with him, right? Keemstar really had a good handle on those mitts, and it looked like Wings packed a lot of power. Also, Keem was looking quite handsome in that video. I don't know what to say about that, but he did look good. He looked great.
Those twins comments got me so hard. Bro, so fucking hard.
What Kyle said on PKA made me laugh. So I posted on Twitter, man, where he's like,
I know.
Keem is like Hitler and I'm like the body double. And one day, like, Keem's going to do something he's going to go too far and he's going to have to press the OvertFlow button and take me out. I was like, dang, that's hilarious.
What the fuck?
Yeah, when Keem heads to Argentina, Overt's going to have to pop in and be like, I am the leader now.
God.
Yeah, it's me, Keem. That's so funny, bro. We're just both white guys with beards, bro.
Yeah, and you'll just change it that way. It says Keem in lowercase and then star in caps, like Overt.
Yeah, is that Keem and Overt or is that Overt and Keem? I don't know. Did you see us doing the little, like when we introduced the Happy Punch main event or whatever? Me and Keem both had the matching jackets on, yep. Happy Punch hats. You seen that?
Exactly.
Like, I've seen memes of you guys like side by side, literally.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Bro, I don't remember what the fuck they said. It was just making fun of how you guys were like literally spitting image of each other.
You make me totally want to make you guys Romeo and Juliet from the fucking Gnome movie.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. I gotta see some of these memes.
Some of them are fucking great. I'm just so happy with where this fucking shit is going. Like, it's actually doing things. It's actually touching things. I know I can't talk about a lot of the things that I touched with before this situation, but fucking hell. I wish that some of these things actually, and I know people are hearing about them, and I know I cannot talk about them, but fucking hell.
Bro, we have so much we have so much happening behind the scenes. Like obviously the Happy Punch event was amazing. It's something that Keem had put in the works for quite a while. So to have it all come to fruition, I know me and him were like, basically.
Well, this part I can say. I was going to be the producer of LOLCOW.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That I can publicly say. I can't talk about the other side of things, but that job was actually offered to me.
There's more going on, though. There's more going on.
There's so much more, but that thing I can actually talk about. Yeah, Wings and Boogie were talking about having me on possibly as a placeholder for Dark Side Phil. We were talking about that being a possibility, and we were talking about me being the producer for that show.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm waiting on that, and I'm also just kind of like excited for the future of Happy Punch, because obviously, as you know, like Happy Punch is partnered with Misfits. A lot of the guys that fight on Misfits, which is So if you don't know, KSI has a boxing organization league for all the influencers called Misfits, right? And Happy Punch, we are partnered with Misfits because we're kind of like the promotional arm. A lot of the guys that fight on Misfits are assigned to us. We're picture like us being the FaZe Clan of influencer boxing. It's a team of some of the most well-known people in the space. We're like the Avengers of YouTube boxing, basically. But with this last event, we've put on our own event side by side with Misfits, a collaboration, if you will, where we put on the free preliminary fights, which then lead into the pay-per-view side, which is the Misfits side of the card. So we do the first 4 fights. Misfits did the last 5 fights. You can watch the first 4 fights for free on YouTube. And then to watch the main event like KSI and those boys, you get the pay-per-view through the zone. So we're going to continue to do that in the future. And then in addition to that, we're working on doing our own solo Happy Punch events, which would still be partnered with Misfits and DAZN. And if you competed well and you perform well on the Happy Punch events, you could then level up and fight on the pay-per-view side, which would be the Misfits events, which is a really cool.
Sick. That's a good way to do it, man.
Bro, it's so sick, man. I'm so excited.
It's kind of emulating actual like professional boxing, but then doing your own thing at the same time. That's fucking sick. I like that.
Just like the UFC, right? The UFC has free fights, and then they lead to the pay-per-view. So it's just like every major sport. So it's only getting more and more like professionally done, which is very, very cool. I want to keep the business side professional, but I want the fighting side to be entertainment, right? That's why we have like Boogie and Wings. They don't look like any professionals you ever seen in your life, right? Except for maybe Butterbean or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But well, with that stuff going on, and obviously we saw the other half of that ugly head happen probably 2 months before with Creator Clash. People being kicked off because they were trying to be
a very toxic event. A very toxic event, man. Polar opposites this time.
How,
around.
As a whole, do you, or you might have a different outlook on this. How do you look at these things with having a business, but also allowing these people to be entertaining towards building a fight and making something that's worth money? Because containing that fire that happens when somebody just sounds off and talks shit. Containing that fire isn't the answer. I'll be 100%. That's not the answer.
I agree. So as far as that situation is concerned, I actually really like Anissa, and I actually really like her. I think that she's nice. I like iDubbbz a lot.
I like iDubbbz content. I'm not saying negative things. I'm just saying talking shit as a whole. You can't contain that and say none. Like, and you can't draw a line for this person, but not that person. Like, it's just hard.
I'm what is the word where you I'm preemptively saying this to say, although I really like both of them and I really would love to fight on a Creator Clash, I've been in talks to do that, and that would be like a huge thing for me. Why are these emojis not working? That would be a huge thing for me. But I don't totally agree with the way that was handled. I think that they should have just left him on, but then maybe not invited him back or something, because I actually really was looking forward to see Krispy Kreme's fight, to see Froggy Fresh, whatever, Tyler Cassidy.
I've loved him since back in the fucking day, dude.
Krispy
I love his new music. I love his old music.
What happened?
I was disappointed for sure.
If after iDubbbz fight, he doubles down and challenges him then?
Yeah, like, I don't know if that's the right move either, because I don't think that he is.
He wouldn't accept. I don't think he would do it anyway.
He's not in the same weight class, and he's also not big enough name, in my opinion.
But I do understand, like, I understand the whole, that challenged his manhood. That challenged his whole, I'm not comfortable with this, which is why the situation happened. I also understand the whole Vince McMahon, this is my company, I'm going to challenge somebody that challenged
And at the end of the
my
day, I was
word.
going to say that too. If they don't want someone in, it's a private event, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. They can,
Yeah,
they
so-
can cancel
so
it,
that's
but
about
it's
where,
just, is
like,
it
if you're asking-
justified?
sorry.
No, you're good, man.
If you're asking me, and just so that none of this gets misinterpreted by me, I totally agree with them picking and choosing who they want on their event.
Yeah, they're allowed
And
to.
I think that that's fine. Do I agree with the way that situation was handled necessarily? Not really. I wish that they would have just let him fight and get it all out of the way, and then afterwards been like they don't even have to say anything. He's just not invited back. If that's how he's gonna be.
Exactly.
Because to me, as much as I like him, bro, I don't totally. I would never, if I was going to iDubbbz' event, I would never touch on subjects that could make him or Anissa uncomfortable. I would never try to, like, bro, that's your boss basically for that time period. So have some respect, get it done.
Exactly.
That's my opinion, man. I don't think he should have done that, but I also don't think he should have been kicked off.
Or at minimum, have a conversation with everybody as a whole. Like, bring everybody in that's invited to Creator Clash.
Mm-hmm.
We're not okay with this unless you're fighting me. If you're fighting me, let our gloves come off. Let's smack each other a little bit and have some fun. But you don't sit there and smack up and you don't smack down. Let's just hold everybody accountable. You fight ahead and the person that you're going to call out at the end. Don't sit there and punch the promotion because that's not how it works.
Keep the shit talk to someone you were scheduled to fight and maybe someone you want to call out at the end if you
maybe not your boss.
Dude. Keep it to that.
Yeah, I don't care what nobody can say whatever you want. They are your temporary boss for right now. If you come on a Happy Punch card and you start talking crazy to Keemstar about like some stuff that he finds off limits, don't be surprised when you're not on the card. You know what I mean? Like if I go to work today and I freaking start talking about my GameStop CEO as like, this or that, I can't be surprised when I get temporarily suspended or whatever.
Exactly. No, and that's the hard part is where does the kayfabe line lie? Because there is one. It's just where is it?
Yeah, and that's also not to say that I don't want to see Tyler Cassidy on something in the future, because I do. I would love to see him on Misfits, man. I would love to see him on a Happy.
I was just going to say, have you guys
I would love
considered fucking having him on your side of things? Yeah.
I think
we're definitely trying to figure that out. Yeah, we're 100% trying to figure that out. You know,
right
I think that's great, and he's another OG in the game who's like, I mean, shoot, bro, he's almost like a household name if you have any YouTube awareness, right? So. Yeah, we're talking to some really big names to get on these cards. I'm actually going to meet up with Keem. I just went to VCon, which is Gary V's convention, his little event. So he sponsored both of my recent boxing fights, and he invited me to his event as a special guest. I showed up. It was great. Amazing. Got to meet him. Super cool. And I've met a lot of people that are very big names, like major names right now, that want to fight on a Happy Punch event. So we're going to try to get that done, man, very soon. Nothing that I could actually talk about yet, but just know that, like, if you've seen TikTok or YouTube, think of some of the biggest names that you can think of. Somewhere in there, one of you probably thought of some of the people I'm talking to. Maybe. Charlie.
No, it's always interesting because you see these things pushed by Keem, and it's like, okay, they are at least contemplating that one. They're flying out the answer for that one being possible. It's always interesting to watch how he promotes things. Because he's one in the best in the game right now, honestly. The way he does things and just rubs things, it's so interesting.
Keemstar is actually a genius, bro. Like, everything he's touched on the internet, whether you love him or hate him, which I don't think he likes it when people say that, but whether you love him or hate him, bro, you cannot deny that he is an absolute genius, bro.
As far as bringing people together and building hype around events like that, it's unmatched, man.
Everything he touches,
it's fucking wild.
Gold, bro. Everything he touches turns to gold. You know what I mean? On the internet.
The crazy thing is, and I think the only comparison you can have for Keem, especially now with promoting with Happy Punch and stuff like that, is somebody like fucking The Rock, where he's he makes people feel. During the 90s, The Rock made everybody hate him. Now everybody loves The Rock. He's the biggest fucking face in the world. So like that parody and who Keem is, some things that he said rubbed some people the wrong way and made them feel something. He's selling out arenas regardless.
That's what the fuck you think about him. The dude is on top of content creator game, period. Like,
as long as you make people feel, that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They can be good or bad. That's all that matters. Also, I just looked up Wings versus Boogie boxing on TikTok. and it actually says 354 million views.
Oh, over a third.
Like across
yeah,
videos.
give it a week, man. Give it a week.
Which
That's
is kind
wild.
of crazy. Because
So
before I
that's
looked
over
up
a
Wings versus Boogie, this time I looked up Wings because I was like, dude, maybe it's not that. Let me look it up. And I put Wings versus Boogie boxing. It says 354 million views.
Yep.
That's crazy, right? Is that
Dude.
crazy?
That's fucking insane.
Oh, it is crazy. It's absolutely fucking insane. And the concurrent numbers that you guys had on YouTube was fucking insane. Like, as a whole, that event is mind-blowing for how weird an offshoot of what a fight that was. Like, that wasn't KSI versus Logan Paul too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as a whole, it isn't.
What was the peak viewer count? I'm not even aware of it. Do you know off the top of your head?
What was
I
it, like
believe it was
400?
400K, yeah.
Holy shit. Holy fuck. To get that close to $500,000 for any live event is insane. That's
Insane.
wild.
That's not
wild.
promoted by YouTube.
Yeah,
That's
just
the
hosted
biggest
on
part.
there.
It's just hosted there. It's not on the front page of YouTube. It's not like Twitch where it's just pushed to everybody. It's not like Kick. It's there. Another weird thing that's going on that I'm sure you've had some feelings about is the ongoing drama with fucking Activision and Call of Duty and holding its fucking shit accountable finally after years, which is so fucking weird that now all of a sudden they decide to flag everything. But
yeah, I don't know what's happening with that, man. I've been seeing people talk about it, but I haven't really looked too much into it. So can you break that down for me real quick?
So they sent cease and desist letters first to SM2 last week, which was the Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 combination game that they were making completely from the ground up on the Modern Warfare Remastered engine, I believe. Then, this week, they've sent cease and desist to X Labs, which is the Modern Warfare 2 remaster, the COD 4 remaster, Black Ops 1 remaster, and Ghost remaster.
So like basically everyone who's doing any of these official fan-made mod pack kind of things, free, entirely free. Right. You're not trying to monetize this shit after having been left alone for years.
Yeah, literally for years.
That is where the argument started with SM2. They said, okay, well, with SM2, if you paid for Modern Warfare 2, the original one, not 2022 Electric Boogaloo, it's Dorbin time 2. If you go back to that one, the original Modern Warfare 2, if you bought that, you could play SM2. So it had a price tag available to it that was given to Activision. The one that just came out, which was for Black Ops 3, especially for zombies, which protected the players playing zombies from hacks and mods and everything else, because they're using that game to infect other people's computers, was now removed because it's a charge. And it was under the X Labs thing. It's not even fully released to the public yet. It's just been canceled now because one of the creators for X Labs was a part of it.
Yeah, I've been seeing like everybody in the COD community. I literally just got back home last night, so I haven't really been keeping up to date. I've just been on the move, but I've been seeing all the Call of Duty community complain about all this because there's a lot of things that need to change, obviously, with Call of Duty and Activision right now to get it back on track to what it was. I don't know if it ever will, but I mean, for me, the best game that's come out lately from Call of Duty is COD Mobile, right? So, I mean, to me, that it's just so you know what's crazy is that Call of Duty Mobile is legitimately probably the best multiplayer Call of Duty that's been released in years, and it was kind of a throwaway on mobile. You know what I mean? Like I have an emulator or whatever to play it on PC.
Oh, do you actually?
I don't think you do a full launch of that. Do a full launch of that. Treat it like that. I think that it's maybe in their heads they're like, yo, let's dumb it down and make it simple for mobile. But to Call of Duty players, I think everybody likes that about Call of Duty. That was what was so fun about COD.
Which is why DMZ exploded so much at release. Because multiplayer was dead and Warzone was dead.
DMZ especially was simple in the beginning. They've complicated it a lot.
People don't want it
following seasons,
crazy complicated, man. Just like the zombies experience. Like everybody loved. I mean, I know
zombies, Black Ops 1 zombies, man, back in the day. Those are my two favorite, literally, because it was not complicated. It was
and
just,
at the risk of sounding
like fucking see how long you last. That's it.
And that's cool. And I love a little bit of like Easter eggs that you have to be good to get, and not to sound like a boomer or anything, but when you have super complicated procedures that you'll never know unless you spend 10 hours on the internet figuring out how to unlock the freaking staff or whatever, Like when you have stuff like that, it dulls the fun for 99% of the audience, right? And it's cool to have a couple of those things, but yeah, I think that Call of Duty simple, sometimes keeping things simple makes it better, right?
The nuance of things. And I saw this when I started going back deep into the Mortal Kombat lore after Mortal Kombat 9 and 10 came out. You want to know the story of something, then you Google the story. You want to read it, you want to watch it, you want to see the things. So why not make those pieces of what the Easter egg is currently a thing that you can search and watch as you unlock the parts of the map or the thing? Make it so that way it's like an open world expansion kind of thing, instead of, oh, I have to shoot these 3 pots in this specific order and press this. No, that's fucking retarded. Can anybody genuinely understand that's fucking retarded? If I want to know the story, I'm going to watch a fucking 5-hour recap of the entire fucking storyline by Mr. Rafflewaffles or some motherfucker like that. Like, that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit there and do a fucking 5-hour Easter egg because that's retarded.
The fact that the devs put any effort into shit like that, when there's always, like, every title you go back and look at, they've always had bugs that persisted to the end of the life for those titles. Always. Usually pretty shit ones, especially multiplayer. Like, they definitely focus a little too much energy on shit like that now. And, like, the story stuff, as far as zombies go, couldn't care less about it, man.
But it's so sad when you look at these things that are released and worked on and affected, like the mod packs for Modern Warfare 2 being IW4X and everything else being taken down because it's what the lifeblood of the community was.
Yep, everyone loved those old games. Why not let people keep them alive and keep the player base active?
And
those are people who evidently wouldn't be playing the newer games over that shit, or they wouldn't be searching out weird fan-made standalone mods to keep those old engines alive, man. Like,
not only that, you have the smallest player base being on PC. Across all of the games, what do you have? Like 150K?
Oh my fuck, yeah. Like any of those mod packs might have seen 50K total players peak ever. I couldn't imagine to be anywhere.
You know what? And this kind of reminds me in a way, like things like this, it only helps keep your community alive, right? Like it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Wings versus Boogie event that happened. Me and Keem were super hard on the fact that like everybody needs to be able to react to this. Like we don't want
once I saw that, I was like, guys,
or whatever.
We need to react to this.
Yeah.
As soon as the show goes on.
Because
like make it a part of it.
That's how you make something. That's how you build the community. You know what I mean? If you're striking down people that are reacting to your content, like for an event like that, then you're only taking money out of your own pocket and out of your fighters' pockets and out of everybody you work with pockets.
And ruining your own image. Really.
Yeah, you gotta let everybody react to it.
Shooting yourself in the foot, man. It's ridiculous.
I had a conversation with the lead singer of New Medicine last week for the episode. And I asked him, I was like, how does copyright actually genuinely affect you? Because music copyright is one of the hardest things as streamers, as YouTubers that you deal with. Because if you have better music on your videos, they're going to get more clicks. They just are. As long as you fade it properly and the audio is done correctly, you will get more clicks the more noticeable music is on your video.
Yeah.
It just is.
It's true.
So how does that copyright affect you? He's like, man, if you played a minute of my song and gave me $5 and that video was seen by 100,000 people, I could not give less of a fuck. I would be happy for you.
Yeah.
I just want the recognition of this is what it is and have that exchange in between me and the record label and you and be able to hand you, here, you have clearance to do it. All they want is an availability to check mark something and say yes. They just want a platform to be able to have that exchange almost. And it's fucking weird. It's weird when you talk directly to an artist. They're like, yes, let's do it. Let's make it available. But nobody wants to do it.
I think it's just a situation where you have the olden times merging with the newer times, right? Where things take some time to be fixed. Like, for example, when I worked at GameStop, when I was making YouTube videos, I was not allowed to come in with my camera and film, but I could come in with my iPhone and film.
Yep.
Just because it's a phone. Yeah, they were like, that's fine.
The rules around that shit just had never evolved at that time anyway. Wow.
Exactly. That's all it is. And I think it's an evolution thing because they have to realize and catch up with the times that, like, your music, no matter how much, like, you want it to stay with you, it's gonna be everywhere. And wouldn't you rather have that exposure on your music that's gonna lead to more sales for you and all that, than trying to shut everybody down in a losing battle? You'll never be able to stop it.
Like I explained it from our end. I was like, there are people that lose full ad rev that is given to you, ad company, whatever it is, or channels are completely taken down.
Those are the
whether
worst.
that's music, whether that's
man.
music in the menus, music in games, or music the person is playing in the background saying, "Yeah, I'm bumping this new song. I just found it." It doesn't matter which one it is. All three of them can result in the same fucking thing, which is your channel fucking being deleted, your voice being deleted because you wanted to listen to a song, and that to me is absolutely asinine.
Yeah, well, 100%. It's only helpful. Just like if you look at some of the guys that got big off of letting people use their music, like people like, Logic or
exactly
Young Gravy or Swaco or any of these guys that are coming up now.
No one's ever going to shit talk someone for letting anyone use their music for free as long as they acknowledge that it's their music, man. Like
100%.
It's free publicity and people love seeing that because it happens so seldom.
Somebody we reacted to. I loved this reaction. He's an independent artist, which is why he was able to do this. But Tom McDonald did a fucking short. He's like, any single Twitch streamer, any single YouTuber that wants to use my content, it's going to be flagged as copyright. Use this as a way to verify that I give you consent to use it for however you would like to. This is my music, nobody else's. It gets flagged just so it shows that it is mine. That is all. I allow it on YouTube completely. I allow it on Twitch.
Fucking legend.
And
I didn't see that. That's awesome.
That is how you do things.
Yeah,
I fucking love him, man.
100%.
So
it reminds me also in a way of the whole AI thing that's happening right now. I've listened to so many freaking Drake AI albums that have dropped this week. AI Drake is the hardest worker in the game. 25 albums this week alone. Absolutely insane. But
best one alive.
The greatest ever. I saw this rapper named Killy. Go ahead.
The song In Paris, blank in Paris. Joe
PJ's
Biden.
in Paris?
Yes. Joe Biden.
Oh my God.
Donald Trump.
Oh.
Probably goes hard.
Best rap song ever.
So this rapper named Killy, who's I think that he's like Canadian to LA rapper. He got I don't know, man. I've seen him on social media before. He's got a couple songs I've listened to, but he came out and said, if you use my voice or whatever to make an AI song of me, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split the profits with you 50-50. If it bangs, I'm just going to split the profits with you and you get to use it. And it's like, that's cool, bro, because you're kind of accepting the fact that this is not a battle that you're going to be able to win in the end, really. Yeah. And so why not just let everybody win off of it?
If someone had the creativity to at least come up with the idea, at least throw them a bone. Like
for sure.
Anything.
Drake should make a collab with AI Drake.
Could you fucking imagine an AI Drake song and then he just comes in on an actual
I love a lot of these people. They're doing shorts. They're like, yeah. So I voice recorded this person reading off my lyrics that I wrote. Then I turned it into a song. And I'm like, yes, you're creative. Good idea.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then you scroll down a little bit and it's like, I made an AI voice of this person and they sung this song. And I'm like, yes, this. Like you guys are getting there. One of these days, I'm gonna rewrite Stan and Eminem as the fucking intro for this fucking show.
As you should. All right, guys, I have to get going. If
all good. Don't worry about it, man.
Please ask me. Because I have to go train some jiu-jitsu. I've been missing it for a week, and now I gotta go choke some people.
No, go do your black belt shit. I know. Thank you for coming on. I definitely want to sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah, it's been great seeing you again, man. And great talking about the fights and whatnot. I'm so pumped to see what is going to be announced in the future, dude. It's going to be great.
We're working on some things. I actually just got the group chat's going crazy today because we just got a big thing happening here soon, and you'll know about it next month.
If there's a chance that I end up getting to talk to you guys, give me like 5 minutes at some point. Just shoot me a DM. I got an idea. I'm like, yeah, I should say this because this might actually grow things instead of it just being stagnant. I got an idea.
Yeah. Shoot it over, bro.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Great to see you as always, and I appreciate you having me on.
You too,
have a good time, brother.
Appreciate you being here. Take it easy.
Awesome. Have a good one, guys.
Legend.
Okay, now move our names off of our heads.
Just a trio.
Oh yeah,
of G Fuel G's. What a beautiful time to take a break and talk about this beautiful company that has been fueling me, feeding me, nurturing me, with energy.
It's the only reason both of us were able to stay up until 5 o'clock this morning.
Definitely only just 5. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, it's okay. What time do you think I
100%.
woke up?
Hopefully after the crack of noon. Definitely before the crack of noon, though. Don't say 8.
57.
Fuck.
Guess what? I'm pulling another late nighter tonight. I think I'm going to run some races, though. I think I'm going to run some races tonight. So
we've, of course, the past few episodes, you know, there's been little tidbits thrown out there about some fucking a little bit of GTA roleplay that's absorbed my life as well as the life of some of our friends.
Bedroom roleplay is not the only roleplay in my life anymore.
We've now finally managed to get Zach on board. He's
we can't talk about that one thing because that's got to be
jumped headfirst into it all.
Yeah.
Listen. Yeah. No. I'm well aware of what to not say.
I know, but fuck.
What, Token? Why would you feel personally attacked? Shut. What do you mean? Do you not want me to mention you? Token also has been going balls deep into the GTA roleplay as both a pig and a criminal.
Yeah. 2 days. Already got whitelisted as a fucking whitelist job, just bullshitting with one of the people that created the server. We got half of the fucking feds and half of our... I was telling PJ before you fucking joined, I was like, yeah, we're running this GTA roleplay server, and like, took it over.
It's so good. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fact that they're all Australians and there's only like a handful of people from North America on there. Server cap on this bitch is only 64, but like altogether people that actually play due to their other times and shit, there's easily 200 to 300. And like some people have been playing this since the middle of last year and they're still scraping up crumbs to sell for pennies. And within a month, we said, we'll try out this motorcycle gang. If that goes nowhere, we'll start our own gang. We pitched an idea to start another gang, and the dude who owns the server was just like, do you want to just join my tiny secret gang? Because this is pretty much what we wanted to do anyway, as far as your gang goes. I was like, okay. So now we just tell them what changes to make to it, basically. It's great.
It's like, yeah, we're fed adjacent as you guys. I'm not, you guys are, but...
We've... They told us first they shot down our applications to be police officers because they knew how degenerate criminals we were and they didn't want us doing dirty cop things.
It is weird how quick my name traveled. They pull me over. I do not have a driver's license. And they say, okay, well, you're good, bud. We'll see you later. 3 days in the server. Yeah.
All you gotta say, man, is like, I'm with Hippo and the boys. He's like, all right, mate, take it easy. Enjoy your day.
Didn't even say that. I just wiggle my way out of that one real quick, and he's just like, yeah,
social
I'll talk to you guys
engineering on
later.
the police. This
It's
social engineering
hilarious.
that could be done on the police is cream of the crop. People ripping each other off left, right, center. Man, I can't believe I looked down upon Grand Theft Auto roleplay for the longest time, but this is what I should have been doing 5 years ago with GTA Online.
Well,
man.
it's it being at a level where I can sit there and play around a little bit and have a little bit of fun, but also be a human and understand that I don't have to be in character all the time unless that's what I want.
Yeah, that's why I considered it cringe. I thought people were always just like straight and narrow, no fun, no sillies, just trying to be serious, stupid cops and stupid criminals. But like, nah, we're like a little bit of roleplay spiced in there, and then just being as silly as humanely possible and trying to make Australians crack up laughing. That's all I'm doing.
I'm having a blast being a very, very two-faced individual and being a gangster version of Red Hood and running an underground racing league and being a part of a fucking car dealership.
Getting that on the go.
Essentially the pre-Joker, which is hilarious.
When you told me that's kind of what you wanted to do, like, oh my fucking God, man. It's gonna be
I've killed 2 people. Both of them in front of mass groups of people, and both times they're like, you're good, bud, don't worry about it. I would be pissed if that happened to me. Like, tell me how honestly pissed you would be if somebody just walked up to you, stabbed you. What? How many people get away with that shit and fucking nobody?
It was so good. That was what, your first day on? I forget what did the guy do? Did he run you over? Did he steal your car? What the fuck
He
was
tried
it
to
again?
kill me and Cloudy. He
Yeah.
pushed us off of the pier in a fucking GTA
Oh, he rammed you.
Wish.com
Yeah.
fucking Lamborghini.
He rammed
I'm
you.
quiet. I'm quiet. No, it's because I'm leaned back. I'm in the gangster lean.
Lean back. I feel like the first thing B Move 5 is going to say is probably going to be sarcastic or bullshit for some reason.
I'm seeing it's about yellow now, so I probably was a bit quiet. But fucking hell. No, being a criminal is not the default character anymore. It is being a normal person because nobody has access to fuck all unless you are any bit intelligent, which is the weirdest fucking thing because you see all these people being like, yeah, I got 500K. It's all I've ever had in the entire game. And then you have people that make 500K in 25 minutes. Because
this one Honda Civic is my prized possession. I've worked 2 months to get this. You hear people, I've been doing 6 hours of bus runs a day. And I'm like, oh, mate, come on.
Dude,
just sell some meth, mate.
I did that for the first hour and I made 250K.
Yeah,
and then I turned it and just rolled it.
God.
It's not complicated.
Now you're out here buying fucking jacked up Jeep Gladiators and shit.
Dude, that Gladiator is fucking sick. It just is, man.
Just hectic. I fucking hate most Mopar cars, but the thing's actually pretty dope looking. I'm gonna have to pick one up.
I kind of want another one without that shit that's green to go bin fishing. And I think that's what I want to do before we do races tonight. But
bin fishing, for context.
Yeah.
There's a spot where you can chuck on, you go swimming with the homies, you get some plasma torches, you get an underwater fucking scuba gear set up, and you go cut into some shipping containers that fell off of this one capsized boat, and they're all full of gun parts. You just go down, fucking fill your pockets with gun parts, and you go back on land and you crank out a bunch of fucking guns and you sell them to noobs and you print money. It's the grind.
Exactly.
A little bit like real life. That's all I do in real life. Exactly.
That is the point. I'm just a car runner joker version of Zach. Always.
Oh, man. I highly, highly recommend everyone, if you can withstand, well, if you're in North America and you can withstand playing Grand Theft Auto roleplay with 300 ping, check out the Emu RP 5M server. Shout out. Absolute legends.
I don't think the 300 ping is as accurate as we give
it leads to silly moments. I mean, I definitely die a lot from it, but I laugh more than I die.
The only times that I see that ping is the problem in our game is if we're trying to do very, very, very hyper in-depth things. And I was even able to win gunfights with people that were shooting actively at me. And
combat has not changed at all. Combat feels on par with playing with North American people in North American GTA Online servers. It's just the driving. You start driving around 300 plus kilometers an hour, shit gets weird.
Yeah. But I two-tapped that motherfucker last night. One to the chest, one to the head. He's like, how the fuck did you do that? COD. That's how I did that.
Oh, yeah, I heard you do that. Mate, how'd you win that?
Dude, fucking competitive gamer. Like, suck my balls.
Oh, man.
It's like, it's been fun normalizing them to retard, too. Have you noticed I've been doing that? Just slightly in conversation every now and then? Yeah.
Listen, I use the term retarded a lot. I have had one demerit point from the mods on this server way back yonder for calling someone a retard.
But normalizing it just slightly
kind of
and just go.
There's a bit of a blurred line. Yeah, they don't like the word. You can call things retarded. Don't call someone a retard. But like, I know the people who I can call retards, and they find it funny, and we're getting that in there.
How much is 15 emu coins?
15. Their math. Listen, their math as far as donating to that server and getting premium currency to buy cool cars and shit is very broken. You can ask Token.
I will say it this way. If somebody donates $10, I will stream 10 hours of it at the end of the week. If you guys send it to the PayPal link below, I will stream it tonight. Tonight even. Ooh. Yeah, tonight even. I just need the money so that way I could change my name because I was a little bit of a cringe lord. Yes, $10 dues, and I will be streaming a shit ton. I love our fans. Yeah. I love
The
our
name
fans.
changed. The
Yeah,
name changed.
Yeah, I just
The
gotta
name
change the name.
needs
That's
to
all.
happen.
That's all.
It's just unstreamable. That's why. You guys
Yeah.
will know once you see it, which you won't. But if you
Yeah.
could, you'd know why it can't be streamed.
Yeah. But
It sucks. Costs real
absolute
money to
fucking
change your
blast.
character's name.
Yeah. If it honestly, and I'm gonna say it this way, if I did not have to pay, I wouldn't set a dollar amount to stream it. And please understand that. What about Ippo? Is he willing to underpay my hearing aid?
You see, the funny thing is, I have leftover emu coins I could use to change my own name. I just can't give them to him, unfortunately. He's true. 15 US dollars would not only get Zach a name change, but also a really cool car.
Yeah, and I will 100% choose the unicorn because Ken Block is life.
You just need to get a cardboard sign and a Sharpie that says "We'll stream for fucking 80 emu coins."
Oh, it's okay.
damn.
I will bring a whole bunch of fucking US fucking degens with us, and we're gonna start taking over the server. America.
We need to get a few more North Americans in here, and then we'll actually have people on around the clock, and then it's silly. They just confuse all of us. The vast majority of us all get confused by our voices alone. They think all North Americans sound the same. I've also been called a foreigner for the first time in my life.
Oh, yeah.
New experience.
The leader of the fucking car depot that I am a part of is like, oh, you want NASCARs? That doesn't sound very, very Australian. I said, but they used to have the Chevy SS, which is a Holden. And he's like,
Just
oh,
Commodore.
oh, that's a good idea then, Mike. I'm like, yes, let's get all four of them. He's like, good idea.
At the end of the day, the car dealerships, they try to have their own niche, but they're all cooked in the head. I have a Supra that's called the Mitsubishi Super Celica. Like, they don't know what they're doing, man.
Oh, there's a fucking
Something in the water down under.
near that track that I did last, when we were all driving it and testing it out. There's a dealership up on the right. It's a blue fucking garage, no front. I want it.
Oh, you mean one that's not an actual player dealership, just a dealership that's in the map that you want to take over. Okay.
Yeah,
check
and
it
I'm
out.
gonna
Maybe
need
that's
some
one of the
motherfuckers to work it. Gonna need some motherfuckers to work it.
I've got a few cousins with no socks and dirty shirts that might be able to help you.
Exactly. We have a lot of fucking. We're gonna need some mechanics, and they make a shit ton of money now. So let's have
They
some
do.
fun.
Because it costs someone about $2 million to max out their own car, and it only costs a mechanic like $350, so you can just weasel a shitload of money out of someone and profit $500,000 off of it. You're fucking set.
They have no idea how much money I could be charging people right now.
You should be, yeah.
$2
Like,
mil
I
per
don't even
car.
think. Obviously, word's gonna get out pretty quick, but we have enough Burrawangas to start our own gang. No, we're not starting a whitelisted gang. We are starting a fucking tribe. It's gonna be above gangs, dude. You have no idea.
Yeah, with our menus, we'll be able to do whatever.
Oh my god, we haven't even touched on this. So we also finally got the old man Cloudy. Of all the games we have played around this cunt in the last year and a half, 2 years, Grand Theft Auto Roleplay is what convinced him to get a good gaming PC. He just picked up a bitchin' ass new fucking, I think, an HP Omen 17 with like a 3080 in it. And
tell me how
he started
the Southern
playing
guy.
Grand Theft Auto Roleplay. And role-playing as a lawyer, he works in the legal system in real life. He's been studying legitimate Australian law, and he just wants to fuck around with these guys. And it's so good.
Tell me how the Southern guy, who's slightly older than us, is like, no, I don't want to play DMZ. No, I don't want to play Warzone. I'll try Fortnite.
Fall Guys.
GTA RP,
Fall Guys is the
that
one
one.
game. Fall Guys is the one game that he's been steady on, but like
The fuck.
the GTA RP
Dude
is too good.
fishes all fucking day for 20 hours a day.
Cloudy is content to sit there and just catch fish and smoke virtual joints and drink virtual beer for 6 hours and
He
chill
got
with the boys.
so mad when I was able to break the fucking fishing. I've never seen anybody get so triggered by being able to break something.
Man, fuck y'all. I put in 12 hours to get to the second fishing spot, and Zach just
Zach got
spawns
it
in and
first.
just walk up there, cunt. Yeah. Oh, man.
Shit
So
is
good.
so fucking funny.
Fucking love it.
I love that shit, man. I fucking love it. It's so fucking great.
I'm shocked at how much I'm loving this fucking game. It's why it makes no sense. I've not touched another video game once since playing this for the first time. I'm not joking.
No, it's a fucking great time. Well, I'm not going back to COD now.
Wait, that's a joke. Or a lie. I played Cyberpunk for maybe 4 hours since fucking touching GTA RP. That's about it.
What's crazy is I played an hour of Tears of the Kingdom before I swapped over to GTA. And I hemmed and hawed really hard.
Are you still gonna go back to Zelda? Yeah.
I have an
Do
idea.
you like the game?
I wanna finish that Pokemon Let's Play with the voice acting and everything else before I start doing Zelda, because I think I'm going to turn up that idea to 11.
Okay, but you haven't fucked around with the new game
I
more
have
than just
fucked around with the new game for like an hour up to the couple of time. That game is fucking beautiful.
All the dicking around with like building mechanical shit, I did not expect out of a Zelda game. That is really cool. It is fucking a cool ass mechanic too, man.
This might be it if it actually plays and does the things that I want it to do, which I don't fucking know. It might be one of the best games since Ocarina of Time.
You think so? It looks fucking sick. It looks fucking amazing.
As long as you can dive deep into crafting, but it's not necessary. The story is fucking amazing, and the game looks beautiful. It seems to be one of the best games since Ocarina of Time.
You can make like crude vehicles to get around some places, shit like that, and you need to take advantage of those mechanics to do like puzzles and whatnot, but it doesn't seem to be a massive part of the game unless you want it to be, right?
Well, there is basic crafting as in creating a platform with a hook to go down a rail. But
yeah, I've seen that, like the zip line type shit.
Create like flying cars or mech suits. And what the fuck is going on? Why is there a mech suit in Zelda?
I've seen a big giant like wooden man
Optimus Prime
thing, literally Liberty Prime from the Fallout games, with a big cock and 2 balls shooting fire at the tip of its stick. What the fuck, man?
Y'all still sponsored by Humble Bundle. I believe that code is I think King's coming to hang out with us on GTA. I think that's what it just clicked. I could be wrong, but I think King's coming to hang out with us on fucking GTA.
If you are unable to find copies of GTA through Humble Bundle, I know they should exist. That link down there should still be active as far as getting a discount on it, but
it's like 40% off currently on Humble Bundle if you do not have GTA 5 already available.
Because that's what you bought it through, right?
Yes.
Is that not?
It's like
yes. Okay.
It's $20 or $15 right now with the discount if the sale is still live. And Memorial Day is next weekend, so I would assume that sale is live, if not super, super fucking juiced right now. It might actually be something good to just play with and touch a little bit. Also, sponsorships. Check out G Fuel. Our code is fucking live. After they send us 2 months worth of shit, the fucking code's live. So go check out G Fuel.
Code it's
RMTS.
4 letters?
Yeah.
You told them. Fuck, man.
No, I didn't tell them. It's RTMS, right? Real Talk Man shit. Just like gamer tag.
Real 10 mock shit. Yeah, no. You guys do it. You get 20% off. You know
30% off of some fucking crazy flavors. Like
that is true. Some, yep. And I should
my flavor. I'm taking it over. Eddie, I'm gonna ask you for it to be my first flavor before the hot oatmeal cream pie. Cantaloupe. Hot load Zach's flavor. Right now, Tekken flavor, it's gonna be Zach's.
You're stealing that.
Fucking fire.
So how much are
favorite flavor? Favorite fucking flavor. Like you take a bite of a nice juicy soft cantaloupe that's like super super moist in a fucking juice. Yes.
Are there any watermelon flavored ones? Is that a thing?
We got the watermelon limeade. We got a few other.
Shit, I forgot about that. But that was like a little different though. That was
that was kind of weird.
That was almost fruity. It had a bit of a watermelon aftertaste, but just kind of.
I'm surprised they haven't gone cucumber lime yet.
Cuke line. I don't know if that's a flavor I've ever tasted in my life. Cuke and lime.
They have a fucking big G flavor of cuke lime. But yeah. So also check out Swifty Hempco. They told me that you guys aren't playing with that link at all. The code RMTS pod at checkout. Give you some of the most fucking trippy ass bullshit I've ever had in my life. So you motherfuckers.
You going from straighty 180, never having smoked a day in your life when I met you, to now.
This vape hasn't
shit fried
my hand the entire beautiful. Fucking time.
It's beautiful.
But their HHC is one of the strongest edibles I've ever touched in my life. I got fucking Runts containers down there somewhere. They're 50 milligrams, and they literally make your life into a fucking living comic book.
Stop motion, Zach. This is what you missed out at the
Flipping
age of
through a comic book.
Tender age of 14, 15, 16 in the budding marijuana days of my own youth.
From what I heard, HHC actually does affect most people like that. Because it's completely different.
Yep.
So even if you,
that we know,
Mr. Burnout, would feel the same exact thing.
Most of these derivatives, dude, the fucking tolerance with them does not translate at all with THC because they're totally different receptors, and edibles are always fucked anyway. You never know what you're opening. That fucking can of worms, man.
I want people to genuinely know that is me signing off on it. Motherfuckers, I had to stop mid-birthday stream that they sponsored because I couldn't play Call of Duty and talk.
Too fried.
Ippo rejoins for the first time in like 2 months. Couldn't even have a conversation. I was gone.
Just too cooked.
He was like, "You okay, bud?" Yeah.
He sounded sleepy but awake. It's the only way I could.
I was fried for like 8 hours. I was fried for like 8 fucking hours.
Maybe someday, I'll make you some of my special soup and you'll experience what it's like to be stoned for over 24 hours straight. Piss an entire day into the wind.
I wonder how things like that with like those level edibles, like smaller doses but larger quantities because it's something you're actually eating, how that would genuinely affect my neck and stuff like that for the pain receptors and that kind of stuff.
You're going to forget all about pain.
No, but
most of your senses are going to melt together at that point.
Is it forgetting pain or is it actually not feeling it? You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of the
age-old question with smoking for pain, literally.
Well, that's what I do. That's how I live.
It does depend on what you're smoking and the person, of course, too. Like some people, legitimately, you can feel pain just dissolve, and then others, it's just they get distracted from it. Depends.
It's great no longer having nerve pain all day, every day. I'm gonna pass out because I can't sit here anymore.
Yeah, because I know there are times where you'd be literally unable to play a video game with a controller, because even just that hand movement would be enough to fuck your entire
you weren't there with the night.
Ridiculous.
You weren't there the other night with Cowboy. Cowboy joined and came and hung out with us. He's like, Zach, you're playing COD, because I was streaming to the Discord. He's like, are you playing with controller? I said, no, I fully swapped to mouse and keyboard. He's like, holy fuck. He's like, you're playing ranked and like shitting on kids. I said, yeah, well, I only play competitive games. Like, that's what I do. He's like, no, you're like at the same level or as good as you were before on controller. I said, yeah. He's like, can you swap back to controller? Like, do you still touch it at all? I said, yeah, well, I'll go down and play with the Switch with the kids, or I'll play fucking Switch games up here. Like, can I still play with a controller? Yeah. I have zero problems doing so.
No.
He's like, no, I've lost it completely. He's like, play a game with a controller. I dropped 50 kills, 20 deaths. He's like, fucking hell. He's like, yep, you haven't lost it. And think, you plug a controller into the fucking computer, there is no aim assist.
No, fuck no. No, you don't get that shit. No, I mean, not in COD. Some games, but not in COD.
B-Moves, I cannot watch the video you sent me on.
Watch the video I sent you on Discord on the show. Coming from this guy, that's probably a fucking fantastic idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do it.
Fantastic idea.
Competitive games and Pokemon, yes. Pokemon is competitive. You're competing against random number generators to win.
Well, honestly, I don't think you guys would want to see
Oh,
it.
he said it's a cool build in Zelda.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I definitely could do competitive Pokemon on stream. I don't think you guys would want to watch it. You're going to see me either get thoroughly frustrated or shit fuck every single person I face.
Only one way to find out, NRP.
Yeah, I'm not doing it unless you guys ask for it. But yeah, I have a very, very, very weird taste in video games, and I understand that.
I think most of our friend group really does. Like, we'll play some more mainstream modern titles and shit, but each of us has our own weird, stupid little niche of shit that we'll always go back to. And I love that. It's great.
Well, it's weird when you go back to Modern Warfare 2 for the almost 10th year in a row.
That's pretty fucked. I can't say I've ever done that with any first-person shooter. Not a competitive one, at least. I guess the Stalker games are kind of different. I replay them virtually every year, at least for
the idea that... Okay, you brought up Stalker. I was going to hold off this idea until we actually had Wendy on the show because I wanted him to be a part of it, but fuck it. So, Stalker. Can we do co-op on Stalker?
There have been very, very crude mods made for the base games, but not for the bigger fan-made mod packs like Anomaly and shit that I'm aware of. But fuck no, man. There's so much hype being built around those. There's mods coming out for all the fucking mod packs every day. So
if there is a base story that we could say point A to point B and be able to break it up into like 15, I have an idea.
Oh, there's loads of great stories with the way stupid little narratives unfold in that game. Yeah, okay.
You understand where I'm going? Like point A to point B story, we have that entire plan. This to that.
And then how it all fell apart. The plan didn't work. That's literally all gameplay of that shit usually ends up being in the first place.
But actual like voiceover, actual conversations with other people, like the same thing that I was talking about with Pokemon. That's what I wanted to replicate with Zelda. That's what I like, this idea of being able to massage things and have the conversation and showcase it in a different way. Not just raw gameplay like every Let's Play is, but also not hyper fucking Netflix-ified bullshit on Netflix either. Somewhere in between, and I wonder where that line is where it would actually be thoroughly accessible. Because I think there's actually something there.
Could be done. I mean, like almost machinima type shit with more gameplay than you could think of. Like it's certainly been done because even with the fan-made mod packs, there's still missions and quests and small shit like that with legit narratives already written, and it would just be as simple as voicing them over.
Think of the friends we have. You know what I'm saying? Like we have Burnsy, who's already signed on for the Pokemon thing. We have Wendy, all of these people that have like very, very distinct voices, or even people that we kind of have in the circle around us. Imagine the weird voices we could have for a game like Call of Duty, like Skyrim, like the crazier things that we could play and do with having random fucking people just hop in and throw in a few voice lines of, oh, we walked past this dude and he called us
an AI Joe Biden.
Yeah, that's possible too. AI works in it too. But those voices and stuff like that would blow the entire series up.
Oh yeah, it'd be fun as fuck. That would be sick to do with Stalker in particular. Like, I don't know if anyone's really done much of that with actual voiceovers. Like, there's been people who've made like real life fan films that are all quite short and stuff, but not really in game that I've even seen. Honestly, that would be pretty new.
And a lot of it is like the weird fucking montagey stuff that people did for CS:GO and stuff like that from back in the day too. It was either super hyper edited, like montagey kind of things, or it's Let's Play where it's completely raw. And you see a lot of the YouTubers now are kind of sort of transforming there to where it's like hyper cuts of this cool thing happened, but there's no narrative. It's just raw gameplay. This is what happened.
Because a lot of the time it's just them trimming down streams in the end. Yeah, that's typically.
But I wonder if, say, we streamed the game or played the game on stream and then went back through and cut it. They're watching us play the game. We're telling the story of the game. That doesn't matter. You're watching and interacting with us. Those voices aren't going to be on the gameplay. It's going to be a raw fucking clip anyway. It's
True
just,
enough.
I wonder how that would work. Or things like Resident Evil, that would be cool because you do the 2-player co-op and
Hey, with the
like,
2-player co-op on that, I haven't touched any of the recent games fucking in years, but I
well,
would actually be down to do that. That'd be
I
fun.
did RE4. That was super good. I'm not a female though, so I could be funny idea.
You can do your best. Oh God.
Funny idea.
Use a voice
But,
changer.
Yeah, no, raw audio.
Oh God.
But I think that would be fun. I genuinely do. Whether it's stream the gameplay or not, I think that parody of doing that and turning it into something huge would be super fucking cool.
I got a question for you.
What?
Do you think you could hold down the fort for like 60 seconds?
Yeah. I got you, bro.
I gotta take a leak.
Don't piss yourself. And
I'm
don't
not
let your
sitting
cat
here
play with
dancing
it.
yet. Don't worry. No, that was Soggy, whose cat likes to
I
fucking
know.
peer up on the rim of his
I
toilet.
know.
Not me. That's very
Well, that
weird.
was
I'm not
fucking
pissing on my
weird.
cat. That's very weird.
That reminds me, you finished that PKAI by chance. So I was playing with the voice clips of the guest for that episode, and the cadence that I was able to get out of it is not accurate enough to the level I would want it to be to release it, which is what the problem is currently and effectively at the moment. So how the voice AI works, and I know a lot of people know this, but I just want to lay it out so that way you understand. There is a variability thing that you're able to move and kind of affect and stuff like that. And there is a consistency thing. But both of them remove the actual inflection or the way somebody actually speaks. So cutting off G's or things like that. And you would be like, oh, well, putting cutting instead of cutting does work slightly, but the gravel in people's voices and stuff like that, or their I can't fucking think of the word, and Ippo's gonna come back and be like, this word, you retard, and it's gonna be fucking fantastic. Those things don't get translated, which is where the problem is. So there's people like Joe Biden, which sound fantastic, and it's great. And then there's people like this specific person, and it's very hard because their inflection is not normal. And I wanted to do that. I didn't want to go Joe fucking Rogan or anything like that. So talking about voice AI and stuff like that, I was asked about the PK AI video that I was working on. What is the cadence in somebody talks? Like Cloudy's southern accent. That's what it is. See? I knew Ippo just being here, he could call me a retard and I'd be able to figure it out. The accent in this person's voice.
You opened this episode saying you're not a retard. I'm not going to call you a retard.
The accents in people's voices or the gravel at the end of their words and stuff like that is not replicated at all by AI, which is what the problem is, doing any odder voices than what basic people are like Joe Biden and stuff like that.
Fucktard. I love the word fucktard. That works. Are you a fucktard?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're okay, perfect. There you
but
go.
I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have ChatGPT write me a song set to the beat of Stan about men's mental health in the style of Eminem, and that's going to be the new intro.
That would actually be sick.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder where that would go with that, actually.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm going to massage that a little bit. We got that 11 labs. I want to get that done. I think it would be sick. Like, reverse it. It's the female that's fucking up and just, you know.
My fucking God.
She's going crazy and he has to defend himself. And it'd be
Does it end with him
hilarious.
screaming in the truck?
Yeah.
And her taking the mic? Like,
oh, it might just be as good as the new Eminem.
Probably better. Probably better.
And I know some things don't genuinely seem this way because this Pokemon project has gone very, very long. I put a shit ton of effort into things when I do them. And I think Ippo can completely attest to that. When I do something, I go fully autistic with it. I rub it and play with it until it fucking works and it exceeds at the level that you expect it to. You're muted.
I'm aware. He's not lying.
Like,
no one wanted to hear me click a lighter and go.
no, you're fine. I thought it looked like you were trying to talk.
No.
Unless it's a PK thumbnail. Brother, I'm okay at photo editing, but at the same time,
He ate the pro.
I'm not paid
It
to
ain't
do
his
it.
job. Nope.
It's not my
I
job.
wouldn't do it any better either.
I did a handful of them to help. That is it.
Yep.
Because having a base image does not look good.
Yeah, placeholders on a show that big. That's
Nope.
come up with something. The
FPS
people
Russia
are
though,
always gonna complain.
with fucking Slush riding in the Gravedigger, I'm sorry, that is just as good as every other fucking thumbnail we've had this year. It is just as high tier.
I don't think I've seen the most recent one actually. I want to have a look
No,
at it.
it's just a graph saying that Finster passed Johnny Sins. It is not good. I'm honest. I had zero ideas though.
Finster to the moon, Johnny Sins down. I like that. That's good. That's simple.
I
That's all
thought
you
it was
need. I like that
good
one.
enough to showcase I did it, but at the same time just kind of ribbing it and rubbing it a little bit. But I thought it was funny. That is the hardest part, is I get the like ADHD autistic fucking idea and I'm like, oh, this will be funny. Everybody will get it. Nobody fucking gets it because they don't have the ADHD mind of that.
They don't
connects
get
to
the
this.
stonks,
And,
bro.
yeah.
They don't understand the stonks. That's all it is.
Brother, that was the first fucking sentence Finster said. He's like, yeah, I just passed Johnny Sins on OnlyFans. I was like, yeah, that's good enough. I like that idea. It works.
That's actually fucked.
Like, I think Donkey 100% probably would have made it so that way Woody was pointing out the thing and saying, look, Finster's passing Johnny Sins. That's probably the only difference in that thumbnail. It's just putting people's heads on other bodies and blending it a hell of a lot better than I do. I'm shitty. I know that.
Because this is his job. I would expect him to be better than fucking virtually anyone else.
That kid is absolutely disgusting at photo editing. I love him to death.
I've loved all the fucking thumbnails he's cranked out, actually. Who else, if anyone, does he actually make thumbnails for?
Nobody,
do you know?
as far as I know.
Just PK? Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He offered to do this show and other things that I was a part of.
Damn.
But other than that, nope.
Fuck.
I think seeing 1 to 5 comments of people complaining about the thumbnails makes them worth it. Oh, exactly. And I'm just going to keep doing them.
It gives the Reddit something to fucking bitch and whine about again. They haven't been doing enough of that from what I've seen in the past 6 months or so, honestly. They're starting to like Zach. And, oh my God, that's not what they're supposed to do.
Oh, it's going to blow people's minds. I saw a genuine positive odd comment today. Somebody commented saying, you know, he makes $150 a month regardless of how you feel about him. That is depressing, and we all should rally behind him. Yes! 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 Fuck yeah!
That's actually amazing to see on there. Is that
like, no, that's not the number. No, that's not the number. But me. Fuck yeah.
Why is dark mode doing this? Either Streamlabs is white or Reddit is white. No, I fixed it. Never mind. It's all dark. My retinas are unfried.
But yeah, like, that shit's absolutely fucking hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious.
I don't see anyone bitching about the thumbnail yet. That's amazing.
Oh, that's probably in the comments. You know for damn sure that Oh, and then there's also the comments about how I pasted the wrong fucking audio on the video.
I might gaslight these guys again into hating you. And just be like, rug pull, he's not bad.
He's one of the greatest people ever. Yeah, let's go.
Fuck.
No, it is. Honestly.
They don't like me there. I should stay off with
it. That was one of the best jumps I've ever done in my life. I will never say that me putting myself in this position was a bad decision at all. I got friends that I think genuinely will probably be life friends.
I'd hope.
I got homies that literally have my back better than most people I know in real life. And I have the dream that I fucking wanted when I was fucking 19, 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, how many people want to be a part of a product that they're like, I watch it on Netflix every single day. I listen to this every single day.
Right?
You want to be a part of those things.
Or
you
like,
wanna,
I grew up watching this cunt on YouTube for years doing silly shit, like stuff
and
like that.
some of them
even.
call
It's
me
just
friends.
wild,
Like, the
right?
fuck is that?
Man.
Like, 17, 18-year-old Zach would shit himself if he saw the phone numbers that I have in my phone that call me friend. You weren't here last week, so I didn't get a chance to say this. Our homie Harley fucking shouted us out on PK. That was one of the craziest mind fucks I've ever had.
He's a fucking G, man.
He's like,
Of
so
all the
my
recurring guests
homies
on PKA, they're never as good as him, man.
my homies were talking about this on their podcast. I was like, wait, what? I just shot him a text. He's like, nah, I didn't do that. Yeah, you fucking did. Yeah, you fucking did. I know you fucking did. You're fucking hilarious. That was one of the coolest fucking feelings in the world. Just getting like that nice, gentle ribbing shout out. Josh never did that. Love Josh to death, but he never did that. Probably because I told him not to. But he was a part of the show.
Well, you didn't want it, because then you just feel it's... Yeah.
I felt like it was warranted at that point, and that's not what I want at all. But like,
no.
somebody as huge as Harley that's like, yeah, my friend's show. Dude, you fucking watch my show? What?
Yeah, we
the
never
fuck?
ask anyone to push shit if they're on here, man. That's like up to them entirely. Legit.
No, it's so cool being able to interact with some of the people that I've looked up to and watched.
Right?
Like,
it's wild.
and that's so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. Honestly,
to see Wendigoon,
yeah,
like involved with writing some stalker shit, and then to be able to nerd out with him for like a straight fucking hour about that, like that's like, had you told me a year ago even that would happen, I was like, what?
Nah,
You're cooked.
it's absolutely fucking insane.
Oh, I'm seeing this now. Get AI Wings as a guest. Will be ecstatic. Oh my god! If there was AI good enough to actually come up with silly shit like that, have conversations, but then make it in a voice immediately,
that is the hardest part. Is as I type something, it has to be topical with what is going on. The voice has to be accurate and done correctly. And
you're juggling at least two good AI at this point to try to do that, and you're gonna, it's not at conversation speed, unfortunately.
No, not in the slightest, and that's the hardest part. Is it's not transcribed, so having that contextual conversation makes it absolutely impossible. But there is,
I'm sure we're getting there. Give it a year or two, and you're definitely
2 to 3 voices at the same time, and you can set them to music, which is absolutely interesting.
Yep, that's what a lot of people are using for songs, and just like rando conversations, like the Donald Trump, Biden playing video games and screaming at each other type stuff.
Well,
like
those were being done with 11 Labs at the beginning.
I know that when those videos first came out, but I've started to see other ones that are actually having real-time conversations with multiple voices. I mean, it's just coming up with a narrative and giving it multiple voices. But
it's crazy the things that AI actually can do.
Wild. I love it.
It's
being used to make so many sillies, man. The silliest I've seen in a long time. Once we get AI just cranking out legitimate good memes, that's all we need, and then we're set. We just kick back. It's the peak of technology. Doesn't need to go further.
Have you seen the AI Frank Sinatra Little John cover? That is one of the oddest combinations I've ever heard of. That I'm like, you know what? That might actually fucking work.
It's Frank Sinatra singing "Get Low."
Get low.
This is so good.
Can it be the bass song for the Underground Racing League when we stream it?
Oh my fucking god. I am going to chuck this in the Twitch chat so everyone else can fucking check this out.
I wonder if in like a week or so, you remember at the end of Tokyo Drift where the fucking Godfather of the Mafia rolls up in that fucking like old school fucking Japanese rolls? It would be hilarious if...
what the fuck car it was.
I don't remember either. I just know it was like a classic
fucking Toyota Century. I hope it's a Toyota Century.
No, you know the old school rolls with the fucking big ass wheels in the front and everything else with the fucking big ass fenders? The super rolly ones? But imagine us rolling up to the end of a race like that, just being like, "Here's your money. You're
We need to
entered in the
convince
next."
these cunts to get some cooler old cars in this GTA server, man. It's all
Well,
they need.
I'm making Pit Stop the interactive race, cool shit, weird shit, fucking destination. We need another place that's old school shit.
Right? So I'm saying we gotta try to weasel our way into opening like a used car dealership and just find all the cool old weird cars. Like Soggy and I, we've been nerding out about the inventory. We're gonna get in somewhere eventually. Just
Yeah,
gonna
but
like
you have
scrounging
the
up
owner's
different car
fucking ear.
mods. I
Just
know. Listen, mate. I'm juggling a lot of different hats at the same time. I'm trying to be the sneaky syndicate gang guy
okay,
and
okay.
a fake fed and a cop. Listen, man.
So
Listen,
so
come
so
together. Give me a
tell
minute.
him, be like, "Yo, my homie,
Fuck.
my gangster homie wants to bring in some cool shit
Mhm.
with a fucking car depot right here in this location. Can we clean it up and use this as the location that we also bust people with drugs? So when you buy a car, it randomly pops in 10 cocaine in the trunk. Cops
Even the
automatically get a
box from the
ping.
previous owner, some random used car.
Yeah. Yes. Cops randomly get a ping,
Yes.
and then we're able to bust them.
That's actually fucked. Or there's just like a random chance. There's just a low ass
Yeah,
chance
exactly.
of having some drugs in the trunk. You fucking imagine. Or a
But-
dead body. Because you know how you
Yeah,
can pick
yeah.
people up and put them in trunks? I don't know if you can do that with bodies. We're gonna have to try this tonight.
$10 we stream RP, yeah, and we're doing fucked up shit with the owners, with the people owning the business. We are actually doing
Well,
some cool ass
here's
shit.
the thing. There
Yeah.
might not be many people on because it is, you know.
Oh no! As we
noon
end this
in
show,
Australia.
and it goes available to transfer, then we can stream again, and then it is fucking Outback Steakhouse time. It becomes more and more available. Yeah, it's a Monday for them. Yeah, it's a Tuesday for them, but
Tuesday.
you know, they're playing fucking GTA RP. You know for damn sure they're the degens. Oh, if I only tip $10 about 42 minutes. Oh, you did? What the fuck? I don't have notifications on, man. Let me look. I will verify.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I understand, man.
What a
I said that.
legend.
Thank you.
He legitimately did it.
Thank you.
And
Yep,
I hope this
he
dude is
legitimately
also
did.
interested in actually hopping on too, because we will certainly fucking.
Thank you. Let
get
me
you set
genuinely
up,
say
Connor.
that. Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Number one. Number two, that's fucking cool. Like, me and Ippo are very, very open about that. You want to support us and be like, hey, let's do this. We're
Yeah.
going to be right by your side and do it. If we say, oh, we'll do a drunk show next show if you do this, it's not because we want you to do this. It's because we want to see that you want it. Not because of anything else. We just want the interaction to see that
I only had
it's
like half a
wanted.
beer this show. I'll have
Yeah, exactly.
fucking 6, 7.
I'll have fucking 6. I'll compare
Don't
everything to
tell me.
pepperoni
Don't tell me it's
nipples
the
and
good
we'll have
time.
fun.
Don't give me any reason to drink.
Wait, you guys did a
Oh,
drunk show?
fucking start this
Token,
game.
token. We don't go to work 8 beers
Shut
deep,
up.
buddy.
Don't even start this again. Remember,
Well, I was
Drafts
trying to
going on
tip
saying there's
Hippo, but he
water
doesn't
in
have that set up. So you were the default. Don't even.
Yeah, I've never, yeah. I've never found any way to link my PayPal. I've never even done any of that shit on my channel. I haven't streamed in 5 months.
I know. We're gonna drag Hippo back into content creation. Make this redheaded ginger work.
Oh, I forgot it's Monday night. Yeah, and it's Victoria Day in this British Commonwealth country we call Canada. It is double time and a half. And so he is going to be getting paid more than anyone should be for sitting in a box all night and playing with us.
So what you're saying is Canada is one of the most feminist countries in the world because it has more than just one day for mothers.
Well, she's not my mother.
No, but you get.
I don't
holiday
think
pay
she's anyone's
for
mother.
all of the
She's
women shit. Because women shit.
I'm willing to bet at this point, with our liberal government having gone through almost 2 whole terms, we probably are the most feminist, or very close to being the most feminist country on the planet as far as who was actually running the fucking country, though, straight up.
You know the
so
shit
many
that's
women in our
going on
politics as well.
with Biden and the border, right?
It's very, very tense situation near Mexico at the moment.
Well,
yes,
he allowed everything to expire that Trump put through. It's just happening within the past little bit. So they're like, well, we're going to transport 1/10 of these people to New York. My county and a few other counties said we are announcing a state of emergency. We do not have the available capacity and everything else for these people to be replaced here. Go
to take on a
fuck
bunch
yourself.
of migrants. Seriously?
Yes.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
That's actually insane.
Yes. That's so fucking good.
You're gonna pull that card, we'll pull this card. Yeah. God damn it.
It is weird when you have a Democrat ideology state that is so Republican everywhere else other than the 2 or 3 major cities.
But I mean, it's an extremely disproportionate part of the population of your entire country live in those few cities.
Well, New York City changes the entire state by itself, which is why they were talking about separating the state into 2 or 5 states to begin with.
Really?
Yeah. They were talking about separating it the same way that they were talking about separating Texas and California.
Well, Texas, I mean, North Texas is obviously different than rural rancher Texas for the most part when it comes to, society, politics, and whatnot. But
if
New York's even a wider fucking spread.
If you draw a circle around New York City, all the way up to about like a 40-mile circle, covers some of Long Island and some of upstate, you have the entire rest of the state going Republican. About 70% of the time.
Why don't you guys just get absorbed by Vermont? Vermont's cool.
And then we'll have Bernie Sanders as the fucking head of our Senate, and then we'll have all of the problems in the world.
That wouldn't even be that bad. You guys would be like the coolest part of your country overnight if that happened, man. Fuck.
This shit is so sad, man. This world is getting fucking weird. I was waiting on Turbo to go on a crazy fucking psyop conversation earlier when I told him about that fucking sat phone shit. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I heard you briefly mention that. No fucking idea what you were on about. Do you wanna elaborate?
Half of the Senate of the United States government, which they have not released who these people are, if the other people have sat phones or not, were given sat phones today.
Really?
10, 15 minutes after there was a fake AI hoax about a bomb exploding next to the Senate.
Like almost immediately after that was announced.
Yes.
No way. Oh my fucking god.
And the hoax was big enough to affect the stock market.
What?
Yes, near the Pentagon.
Okay.
Yes, near the Pentagon. It actually, you watch the stock market move as that thing is announced. It is the weirdest fucking psyop bullshit I've seen in a very, very, very long time. Dude, if Elon farts, the market moves. Yes. 0.0%. But, like, this movement, that shouldn't happen. 4chan shouldn't be able to say something and everything goes haywire.
See, this is just me being incredibly autistic and just being able to tell these things. I would see this photo, immediately know it's AI generated myself.
What?
But
I know. That
the average person on a cell phone probably.
The one
not.
I loved fucking with people was the whole Trump running away from the police. That's one was fire. That shit looked fire. Everybody thought it was real at first, and it was fucking hilarious.
Man, that's actually wild.
I was hoping fucking Turbo was gonna go on some crazy ass fucking rant about shit. Because I knew he fucking would.
Okay, so do the satellite phones have anything to do with any apparent
The
actually ridiculous crackpot conspiracies about all this fucking shit today?
them not releasing who got the sat phones. Like
Okay.
all they had to say is the people within cabinet positions, so the committees and shit like that got them. That would make sense. They're a higher level of Congress. They have more jobs than just their constituency. That's not what they said. They said we gave them to 50 fucking members of Congress and didn't say who.
Okay. So this was just
Senate
yesterday.
is split 50-50. Half and half. Well, just about half and half. I think it's 51-49 or whatever. But the fact that they gave 50 of them, so the House and 49, it fits the Democrats completely.
Could you imagine if it was just one half at this point? That's a little sussy.
That's why that is
That's a little
sussy
sussy
to begin with.
Okay.
Like, it's fucking weird.
What is this some like new funky modern like satellite
do wanna
smartphone
say
thing,
this.
or is it just like a fucking box, like a bag phone? Like
And
what
I
the
do
fuck
want
are
to say
they?
this.
Do you know?
I'm not suicidal. I have no ability to shoot myself in the back of the head twice. This is all jokes and NRP. And hopefully, I don't find out in RP.
If Zach ends up shot in the head 3 times, it's not suicide. The feds are trying to silence him.
Exactly. Just like Zucks. Zucks silenced us before.
This is mainly over concerns about cyber attacks and stuff and shit leading up to elections.
Oh, it's weird how Hillary Clinton didn't have that.
Apparently.
You know, it's logical that would happen on the same day as a weird ass fucking cyber thing happens. It's just too coincidental for it not to line up slightly. Even
It's
if
just
that
a silly photo. How did that take off though initially? Like what bigger outlets would have shared anything about that? Do you know? No.
I
Like
have no idea.
The picture.
I don't know. Like, I literally looked at the shit 2 seconds before I joined you and fucking RP.
Okay. Damn. That's actually wild for something like that to spread fast enough, quick enough, without everyone finding out it's not real to affect the stock market. That's fucked. Images of fake.
And we're seeing more and more things like that, just like Token said. Dude, if Elon farts, the market moves. Everything is slowly affecting
RT shared it,
everything.
Russia Today, of course, and that probably helped.
But like, with the shit that happened with what was that? The Kremlin that got fucking attacked by a drone?
Did you actually see that video?
Yes.
Very conveniently, very short, brief photo of a very small drone hitting a flagpole.
Yeah.
I don't think they were trying to kill Putin with that one, too.
But all of the
That's not a false
gaslighting that
flag.
is
Moscow
going
would never
on,
blow up anything in Moscow to fucking start or continue a war, man. They never did that. Like,
I did not
Chechnya.
blow up bomb on top of Kremlin. I promise you, it was America.
Okay, not fucking just over 20 years ago. Fucking Russian government 110% detonated an apartment building in Moscow to justify invading Chechnya for the second time. So like this is nothing, dude. They're willing to do way more to themselves.
No,
which also could, if you've heard anything about what's happened in the Belgorod region of Russia, nearing northern Ukraine in the past like just few days, like Sagi was talking about that earlier when you were in fucking Discord, pretty sure.
No, I didn't hear anything about it.
No? Okay. So in that part of Russia, like has always not hated Ukraine as much as other parts because they've always bordered them and fucking I don't know.
Well, you probably have families that go across that border.
Exactly. There's a lot of Russians from there that have been sympathetic to Ukraine for a long time. There's always been fucking small skirmishes into Russia near Ukraine since this fucking war started. But now there's a lot more shit happening there. Like just overnight, like more fucking shit getting blown up. Apparently, cops attacked. Apparently, reports being sent out of citizens to not trust police because they're all supposedly Ukrainian saboteurs and shit. Like, it's fucked. It is fucked.
The problem with all of this,
And it's probably just Russia fucking around, trying to destabilize Ukraine even further.
That's what I was gonna say. Is they're turning everything into a gray area.
Yeah,
they're doing the same
exact
thing when they just fucked around in Chernobyl and left, and then went back and then dug trenches and then left. Like, they're doing the gray area shit of like, we're gonna fuck around, but you're not gonna find out.
It's fucked.
I don't remember if we talked about it on the show or if it was a PKA topic thing. There was a clip of Trump that came out of him saying, "We all know who blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. I can't tell you who it is, but you'd be really, really retarded to think that it would be Russia blowing up all of their business."
Yeah.
Just maybe you would be retarded if you thought that. Sorry.
Everyone's just forgot about that one, too. Everyone's just like, yeah, it happened. Yeah. That was at the peak of like, fuck Russia, yeah.
The Nord Stream pipeline.
Everyone unanimously.
I will say this. Everybody's going to say it was Ukraine. The Nord Stream pipeline will be the Lusitania of this war.
Think so?
Yeah.
Really?
It gave us the answer in. We were the one that did it. We were rubbing the situation exactly like the Lusitania was.
The RQ-9 over the Black Sea could have gone a lot worse, too. Like, you guys could have retaliated seriously for that. That could have been fucking...
If we didn't have somebody who is very against war publicly as a leader, it would be much different.
As a country, especially your Army, Air Force themselves, showed a lot of restraint not retaliating after that drone got it, like, mangled by the fucking Russian jets, man. Like,
obviously with you being Canadian and seeing this shit as a third party, because I don't think you're as involved as
we can't do anything for ourselves. Holy shit, you guys have to get F-22s out to shoot down Chinese UFOs over our own country.
Do you genuinely think that Trump would have more effect on Putin not doing this as somebody who's actually here?
I think that's absolute horseshit. Nothing going on over there would have changed, would have been any different if Trump was still in power today.
But if you look one-to-one during Bush, Obama, Clinton, and
if it was
Biden,
Bush, you fuckers would have boots on the ground in
what I'm saying
Western Ukraine already.
During those 4 presidencies, they have fucked with Ukraine and other places.
Yeah.
You look at Trump, he is the only leader that did not have a problem with Russia at all. So does that stay if he has a second term? Does this not happen until the next person comes in?
Fuck knows.
But I know so many people look at him and see him as a bumbling buffoon.
Well, because he's said that publicly so many times that the war in Ukraine would have never happened were he still in power. And like, he's repeated that exact line so many times. And it just makes you think. I've thought about this a lot. Credible.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people say he is a fucking idiot. And I understand he bumbles a lot. But it seems like it's not.
The man's not a fucking idiot. No.
It seems like his mind just races and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And then he has like 5 thoughts behind where he should be.
You got to think of also where he came from. He came from making millions of dollars, then having a TV show about himself and getting into the whole reality TV sphere, and then becoming the fucking president. So obviously he's going to be a little wordy and fucking bolsterous and just exactly.
Like that's the weird shit.
Man.
Like, and it's weird to look at it and be like, is he genuinely more effective in this situation than most people think he genuinely is?
I don't know. He did a lot for your country economically. Turned you.
There's a lot of positives there,
dude.
Turned you around. How do people not credit that? The reason why he fucked up during COVID is people like Bernie Sanders saying we have to do this. So he's like, you know what? I actually understand your point. Let's do this. And then we got fucked.
Yeah.
Inflation fucked everything.
That's not only you guys though. That's the inflation having gone crazy in the past couple of years isn't necessarily just US's fault. We've got our own bubble. That's mainly due to the housing crisis, specifically here in Canada, and the fact that our real estate's astronomically inflated compared to almost any other Western country or even first world country, regardless of where they are. It's fucked. Destiny for president? Hell yeah, bro.
No.
I don't care what happens at the border. Hell yeah, bro. No, I definitely care because it affects us a lot.
Blue hair for president. Man, it's been one hell of a fucking couple months. It's been a weird fucking time. Life in the world. It is a weird fucking time.
Could be weirder.
Oh, it definitely could.
It's pretty weird though.
It's
definitely the weirdest time in my life. Have you go back 5 years and tell anyone about the pandemic? Tell them that would have happened even. Be like, fuck off.
Well, me and the kids were watching Ghost Adventures, and we were watching this episode for Poveglia Island, which is an island off of Venice that they burned people for the bubonic plague at.
Ooh, funky.
Great fucking episode. Like, whether you believe in ghosts or don't believe in ghosts, the history behind it and the storytelling that they do is absolutely fantastic.
I gotta check that out, actually.
Oh, we can.
I love hearing about places like that, like Ellis Island off New York City. That was not same type of shit. It wasn't a mass crematorium or anything, but it was.
Oh, this was a
made
mass
to quarantine
crematorium.
Fucking sick people,
was
like
a fucking asylum, and they have a field that's made out of ashes because of how many people they fucking burned.
That's actually fucked.
We can watch it after this.
Holy shit! How long's that? Fucking, I'm down.
It's like 30 minutes or so, but it's a good fucking episode. I have no problem.
Okay, I'd be fucking down. What'd you say the show is? I don't think I've heard
Ghost
of it.
Adventures.
What is it? Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, it's got a punk rocky kind of lead dude in it. His name's Zach. It's kind of funny. It's a really, really interesting show, especially if you're open to willing to say you don't fully believe in ghosts, but you at least question it. If you question religion being a real thing, or you question ghosts or there being an afterlife, it is interesting to see how other people perceive it, whether it's fake or real. If you can question
no. I certainly don't discredit supernatural shit like that. 100%. No, there's no way. No.
That's my point. Is there some people that say absolutely no, nothing ever, and there are some people that are everything is a poltergeist.
Somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle.
As long as you can be somewhere in the middle.
I've experienced spooky things that are definitely questionable in my life, even. So, like, I definitely want to check that out. Yeah, we should watch it.
Like, he's sitting there with the doctor mask, fucking with the ghosts, being like, Docture. Like, come fuck with me. Come fuck with me. Do it. He goes across the fucking river from Venice on the boat with the fucking doctor mask, with the fucking fire in front of him, with the herb shoved in the fucking beak. Like, actual fucked up shit. Like, if you actually put it in context. Like, I fucking love it. Like, so me and the kids were watching this shit. And I'm explaining what the plague was. And my oldest was like, yeah, well, the bubonic plague happened in Europe. It didn't happen here because we weren't around yet and stuff like. And I was like, yeah, exactly. This was the COVID of the time.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. I was like, those things that they did during the bubonic plague were the things people were afraid of during COVID times. People being quarantined, people being removed from their families, people being killed. That is exactly what we were afraid of during COVID. Whether what side of the fence you were on, whether you agreed with masks or disagreed with masks, that is what you believed. You were afraid that if you didn't do said thing, you were going to die.
Oh, yeah. And you look at even, I think the next, or I guess the most recent fucking, I don't know if you want to call it epidemic, pandemic, whatever, illness that would have driven people like that would have been smallpox in, say, turn of the century. Because, like, especially in the American frontier, like, people were insanely paranoid.
1920s?
Oh yeah,
1930?
no. But I just mean
Well, bean
societally
flu.
and
Sorry, we
how
can't give the
everyone was just
location right
fine
now.
with fucking ostracizing people and shit for stuff like that would have been the spread of smallpox throughout,
Yeah.
especially the Western U.S. Because
Well,
like
it's
people were
just
insanely paranoid, and they were fine to uh, basically kick a person out of a town with fucking nothing if
out
they
of a
found
town,
them
out of a family, everything gone.
to fucking
Get fucking
carry
rid of them.
smallpox, literally. But that's a little different because that was legitimately lethal in a lot of cases and highly contagious.
It's weird watching somebody be like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with these people, and then my kids actually having a conversation, and intellectual conversation, of understanding that's what we saw, and
Yeah, that's actually
that
sick for them
comparison,
fucking
and
being
like
able to
I
look at that.
love,
That's
like, I don't overestimate my kids. I love my kids, and it's very interesting to be able to have those in-depth conversations and thoughts with them that they genuinely sort of put together. Like, this is why we were afraid of this. So this is what happened, and this is what they. Yes, exactly.
mm-hmm.
You see a third of the world disappear, and everybody thought that was going to happen again. We've
Yeah,
had
it's a
it
little bit
happen
different.
every 100 years or so, and guess what? We were due.
It was actually wild because you can actually go back and then see that CO2 levels literally dropped over the course of the bubonic plague because people were doing less things, like lighting less fires because there were less people. Like, it's fucked.
My oldest daughter was
Legitimately
she asked
fucked.
me, she's like, well, it was made by people, right? I'm like, kid, I'm so proud of you. Like, I don't, without them asking the question, I do not give my opinion. I
Yeah.
want them to have their own opinion, because if I have to fix something, I have to fix something. But letting them come up with their own ideology or their own thought is more important than just filling their head with my specific ideology. You don't want a copycat of you, whether they agree with you or disagree with you. Do you have to fix that sometimes? Absolutely. But she's like, yeah, it was made in a lab in China. We all kind of had a hand in it. I was like, kid, I'm so fucked. You are more intelligent than some of the people at the start of this shit. I'm so happy.
That's actually amazing. Happy. It's fucking amazing. Because some people still can't even entertain that theory. Fuck knows, maybe we'll be proven wrong someday. But the coincidences they're too plentiful, man. It's too China to not be true.
No, the shitty part is, and this is the really, really shitty part, the people that came out saying there's no way that could happen also questioned why places in Africa had Ebola pox. Why have we weaponized Ebola? Why have we added it to smallpox? Why are we fucking with this shit at all? Oh,
fucking around.
Because
you're going to find out eventually, dude.
All of the countries in the world do it. Whether who owned it, I don't care. Somebody made it, more than likely.
Chemical biological weapon treaties are broken at a much higher rate than like any nuclear weapon treaties, obviously, and a lot of people don't think about that, man. And that shit is ultimately scarier because there are certainly an ungodly amount of pathogens that have been created that could spread around the world like COVID and legitimately kill so many more people.
And you see it in games like Resident Evil. You see it in games like Call of Duty.
Oh, it's a common trope in media, of course.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Hey, that's someone's major. Yeah, kill as many people as efficiently as I can. They're playing fucking Plague in real life, dude.
They made a bomb that attacked certain genomes that weren't paid for. It was called a DNA bomb.
What? That's a wild concept.
That is what the story is. It is fucking fantastic. Headed by Kevin Spacey.
That's freaky. What the fuck? I knew he was in that game. I just didn't know shit about the
like, even if you don't want to play the fucking campaign itself because you don't like non-boots on the ground game, it's a movie. Yeah. Like a lot of games. If you type in game movie, they're there. And those things are fucking fantastic.
Something like that sounds like it could actually make a good movie, whereas a lot of video game plots are just a little too cliche, recycled shit to warrant being movies. That's fucking sick. I gotta read more about that plot of that game then. Damn. That's actually cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the press has to pay respects. That is from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
right before that, you lose your arm. And Kevin Spacey's company is the only reason you are alive. They are one of the largest standing armies in the world, and they're all private citizens.
It's just a big PMC thing, basically. Okay. What the fuck year is that even supposed to take place in? Do you know?
I think it's still future for us. It's like 65.
Okay, so not like, I wasn't sure if it was like 100 or more. No, it's not quite.
Somewhere in there. 100 or less. Absolutely.
Why am I getting Repo Men vibes? Repo Men? I'm blanking. I'm also incredibly stoned. You have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, can't pay for your implants. Fuck it. We're repoing them. That happened. See, do I spoil the game or do I not?
Oh, Jude Law movie. Yes, forgot about this. That was so good. Yes,
the game.
That movie was so good.
End of the game. You have Kevin Spacey holding onto a fucking ledge, a fucking wrought iron beam that's hanging out of this fucking skyrise in Seoul. He's like, come on, save me. You are my son's best friend. You reach your hand out, the one that he gave you. He grabs your hand with both of his hands, and you go, cut. Turn it and slice it off.
That's badass.
Credits.
It just, at the very end of the game, is just you killing him.
That's the end of the story.
He obviously evolves into an asshole you want to see dead at the end of it, so.
Well, when you feel like you have that power, he's given a seat at the UN.
Oh, dang. Oh, that's wild for like some large-ass corporation like that. That's fucked. What the fuck?
Think of it this way. It is the power of the American government, army-wise, with the people of Walmart and company size of Walmart.
Okay. That could definitely warrant being its own country.
He said it at the beginning. He said, yes, we are a private organization, but we are the 5th largest standing country and armed force in the world.
Jesus. What? That's fucked. That's actually fucked.
Like, genuinely. As a
so
whole,
they're just some global entity. They're not just like in the U.S. basically in that.
Yeah,
game,
exactly. That sentence is fucked.
Okay. Weird. That's actually wild. Yeah, I didn't know jack shit about those games. Obviously, I dismissed all the other future-y CODs.
No, absolutely. Like, it's weird because fucking you have Black Ops 3, which has a horrible fucking story. It's all in your head, the entire fucking thing. But the Black Ops 3 zombie stuff is some of the best writing in the entire game sphere.
Okay, well, I know they started to have more of a fucking story for the shit and whatnot. I was just like I was talking earlier with fucking Overt. Like, I just can't be fucked. The story stuff, the Easter eggs and zombies. I just like.
I won't go and play through the. I won't go
getting
play
M14s
the Easter eggs.
and dome and zombies.
I don't
That's
give
all
a
I
fuck.
want. M14 and ungodly amounts of fucking.
See, that's a hot take, King, and I fucking love it. Advanced Warfare.
One of the better
future
games.
Future ones.
I'll fucking believe you because I didn't play any of them, man.
To me, Advanced Warfare is number 3 or number 4 best CODs of all time.
I know you like it.
That is Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 1. Then you have Black Ops 1, Black Ops 3, and Advanced Warfare. Those are the 3 that you can kind of move around and kind of place where you want to. But those are the answers. That is the only acceptable answer.
Is that where they started with that crazy game mode with the ball where you're tossing it around? Was that Infinite Warfare?
Uplink?
That was Infinite
That is
Warfare.
Advanced Warfare.
That was Advanced. Okay. Yeah, once you showed me that shit, that kind of blew my mind for multiplayer COD stuff. Like, that's cool.
Sad. We didn't even get to go play it because they just took down fucking
Did they
X-Labs.
actually?
That is gone now. Yep. We would
so
have
was
to
that
go
the
back
only way
on
to still play
console.
on those servers on PC?
No. We would have to go buy a $50 game that has no player base. On those, at least, we could run private lobbies.
I didn't realize they were hosting private shit for the games that late. Honestly, I didn't know that.
Well, that's how we were playing competitive COD. We were playing competitive Modern Warfare 2. We were playing competitive lobbies.
I didn't realize people were doing that shit with games as late as Advanced Warfare. That's fucked. I didn't realize that. Goddamn. Oh my god, so that goes far and wide, that shit you were talking about with Activision. Holy fuck,
Yeah,
man. Like fans of
as I
every other
said,
game aside from the very most recent
so
ones.
from
that
the
sucks.
beginning,
That fucking sucks.
if H1 is down, which I assume it is, that makes sense that it would be. That is Modern Warfare Remastered, which is a $30 to $40 game currently and has been given free on every single platform. So it's fucking retarded that you have to pay for it again. That is Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, World at War, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Ghosts, and Advanced Warfare. All gone. All nuked. There is no PC player base now.
That's so ass. How
And
the
obviously,
fuck would they do that?
That was, as a whole, their thing to do. I understand that.
Yeah.
But fuck.
It's a company. Gonna do business. At the end, they're stealing revenue. They're arguably stealing IP, but that's just fucking
B-Moose,
so dumb.
I know you would say that. BO2 stands strong since it's the best, blah, 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 blah. It will be gone tomorrow. Plutonium got one. I guarantee you. It's gone. I'm telling you it's gone.
RIP.
There is no way.
I'm just fucked up over SM2. I got that notification in their Discord server for all the work those fuckers put in. They
like,
never released
gone.
any playable demos. They were just fucking no release date, just doing it at their own pace, and it was going to be fucking sick. So many games melted together in the old MW2 engine, and then announcing they're going to use the MW remastered engine, and then
plug pulled.
Gone. So sad.
It is. It's sad. Really fucking sad. I left that Discord as soon as I saw that. I was like, I'm done.
Did you? I think I did too.
I was like, there's no reason to do that. Just like
I gotta
there is
double
no
check.
reason